cover Drive by Incubus. Very cool song from those guys. I was lucky enough to hang out with those guys once, and I have to say, super cool guys. Another one of my old man rock stories that I have. But seriously, they were at the time they were exploding, and they couldn't have been nicer. Super cool dudes. This song is not super complicated. It's got some interesting chord changes. The main thing is getting the rhythm and the feel for it, and once you have that, you'll be on your way. So let's get to the lesson. If you could, a like and subscribe would be huge. Comments, good or bad, I love them all. And let's get to it. All right, so let's start here with the progression. You're going to be starting on the 5th string, 7th fret, 9th fret, 9th fret, typical triad. And then we're going to add in the 8th fret on the B string. So you're going to have, and that's your major first chord here that we're going to work with. The tricky part of this song is the 2nd chord. And I think this is a C major 7, but you're going to have your index on the 5th fret of the 4th string, and you're going to have your 2nd finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string, ring finger 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then your pinky is going to be on the 7th fret of the B string. So it's going to be... It's just a little tricky of a chord, not one that we're normally used to playing, right? But it's actually a really cool chord. And I'm going to do a lesson later on 1979 from the Pumpkins, and he uses that same chord. He's using it down here, though, which is a really cool transition chord to use. So again, that chord is going to be a C major 7, and we're looking at index finger on the 4th string, 5th fret, 2nd finger on the 7th fret, 5th string, ring finger 7th fret, 3rd string, and throw down that pinky on the 7th fret B string. And then the 3rd chord is kind of a funky C. You're going to have index on the 3rd fret, 5th string. Your ring finger is going to be on the 5th fret, 4th string. And your pinky is going to be on the 5th fret B string. All right, so all together, really slow. And that 4th chord, I've seen different ways of guys playing it. I've seen people using this fingering. I don't think that sounds as good. There's some muted things happening there. I'm just using the A sus here. So it sounds like this. That's basically the rhythm of it. Definitely you want to reference the recording and play along to it so you can get kind of the nuance. But that's the chord progression. And I will say another thing too on this 2nd chord is don't feel like you have to get all 4 fingers down at exactly the same time. You can kind of hit this chord as you're fingering it. In other words, you're laying down your fingers as you're completing the chord. That's something that there's a lot of chords like that we play. That's a really helpful thing to know, because if you're just thinking, oh man, I got to put all 4 fingers on here before I can strike it, that's really not true, because you can hit the first couple, and then by the time you're doing that, you're laying down the other 2 fingers. So just a little tidbit, but you can use that approach for just about any chord. There's things I've looked at and I was like, there's no way I can play this. And then you watch a video of the guy playing it, or the woman, and you can see that they're gradually hitting the chord. It's like a microsecond thing, but it's super important, and it's a good way to not get discouraged if you think you have to land all 4 at the same time and hit it. So that again is basically the progression. And there's only really one other part of the song, which is I guess it's the chorus, you would call it. And we're going to go back to that C shape. So again, we're on the 3rd fret of the 5th string, where we have our ring finger on the 5th fret of the 4th string and the pinky on the 5th fret of the B string. And we're just going to go from that to the A sus that we looked at earlier, right? And that's basically it. I hope you guys liked the lesson. Hope you guys liked the song. It's a really great song just to kind of jam along with. You know, rock it at around the campfire, all that kind of good stuff. People love the song. They know the song, and it's kind of cool too because it doesn't have those typical chords. It's not a typical cowboy chord song. It's a little bit different, which is cool. So hope you guys liked it. Leave me some comments, likes, subscribes. We'll see you on the next one.